Hello and welcome back to another tutorial, and this time I will show you guys how to create your very own suit mod in Spider-Man Bubble Shadows. Now before we get started, you're going to need Texmod, you're going to need GIMP, and you're also going to need Bubble Shadows. Now to get started, what we need to do is we need to create a couple folders, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's create a couple folders. The first one will be just title it Spider-Man Bubble Shadows, so you don't confuse it with your other folders. When I open your newly created folder, you want to create another folder. This time just call it main game suit folder, like that. What you also want to do is you want to create another folder, and what you want to do now is you want to close out of your newly created folders, and you just want to put them on the side so they're out of the way for now. You want to bring forward the Texmod. The link to download that will be in the description. You want to open Texmod. And once you've opened Texmod, you want to select the game exe. That's the icon you choose to click on when you start Bubble Shadows. And once you've opened Texmod, you want to go in logging mode, and you want to make sure that the following settings are selected. Once you have done that, you want to come to output folder. Alright, so you want to select the main game suit. That's what you want to select. Alright, and once you've done all that, you want to go ahead and click run, and I'll see you in game. Okay, so now that we're in game, all we want to do now is using the number pad on the keyboard. There will be a photo on screen right now. So not your main keyboard. You have to have like a number pad to do this. Otherwise, this tutorial won't work. But what you want to do is you want to press plus on the number pad. That's what will get the textures going. So you want to save this. Using remember that the hotkey you chose for Texmod. You have selected for Texmod. That's what the hotkey you want to remember when you're in game. So you want to press the hotkey that you selected, and this will save whatever you save now will go directly to that folder that we created earlier. This is the health bar. You want to save that with your hotkey, and you want to cycle forward. And I think that's about it in terms of like the heads-up display and the other pause menu. I think we're gonna now have to go to his suit. Alright, so the first texture you want to save, his arms and legs. You want to hit your hotkey, you want to save that. Next texture, the bump map for the arms and legs, you want to save that. Then you want to save the second layer for his arms and legs. Now you want to save the texture for his main chest and head area, as well as the bump map for that area, and the second layer. So once you have done that, you want to just exit out of the game. Okay, so now we're back to our desktop. Now if we go in the game folder, go to main game suit, and there we have all the textures that we need to save. Before we do anything, before we get started with the editing, what we'll need is you need to create a new folder titled default textures, and what this will be like a default folder tab that you can refer to for future use. So if in case you screw anything up and you don't have like the original folder or the original texture, instead of going back and saving it again, you can just refer to this folder and overwrite the one you screwed up. So yeah, to do that you want to copy, and basically you just want to paste it here. And what you want to do is you'll notice it has like its texture code. You just want to rename that. Typing in was texture will will eliminate that texture code. Now we're able to edit each individual texture in game. So what I've done is I will be creating a folder titled Bubble Shadows Beginners Pack, which will have the save file to this, the texture for this as well, the arms and legs, as well as the textures for other photos as well. I'll have everything everything in this folder, and you guys can go ahead and download that. Now keep in mind you will need GIMP to sort of access these folders and files. So yeah, make sure to download GIMP before you go ahead and download the beginners pack that I just called it. Okay, so I'm back, and the first two logos I selected. This is the front logo. This is Josh, Spidey Skater Boy's favorite logo. I know how much he loves the Rainbow Black Suit logo, so I picked this just for him. And the classic back logo. Now what you want to do now is you want to hit Control A, Control C, and you want to paste it with Control V. This will transfer it to a floating selection, where you just want to go ahead and click the create a new layer icon, and that will pretty much confirm or pretty much paste it over completely. Now what you want to do now is I suggest going to image, grid lines, new guide by %, and basically you want to have a horizontal and vertical line, making the progress much easier. and aligning, you know, everything, just like so. Alright, now what you want to do now is you want to align this to the chest. Now to do this, you want to turn on the main template. You want to set this color as all white. Don't worry, that can easily be changed later on. And what you want to do now is you want to resize it. To do that, you want to select the resize tool, and within the yellow dotted box, you want to just resize it, just like that. Now what you want to do now is you want to use the center line of the webbing as like the ending. So anything beyond that line, you know, won't be rendered in. You'll notice the logo is a little bit over. That is because if you have the logo like this, it will sort of render in the logo's other side, and you definitely don't want that when editing. Yeah, basically you just want it like that. You also might need to rotate it a bit, and I think that's looking pretty good. Now let's turn off the main layer, and there we go. I think that looks pretty awesome. Alright, now what you want to do now is you want to, once you're happy with the placement of the logo, what you want to do is you want to select a layer to image size, so that way when you're copying the layer to other templates, other textures, you know, you copy it in the exact location it is right now. Now you'll notice that the logo is white. I did mention earlier that I'm going to change it back to black. Open colors, you want to go to colorize all the way down to lightness, and you'll notice that the black logo is sort of fighting, it's in conflict with the webbing because you can't quite make out, you know, what's the logo and what's part of the webbing. To do this, I just turned down the excuse me, I just turned down the transparency or the opacity to the webbing. Okay, and keep in mind you can use whichever logo you like. I'm just using it as an example. Now we notice that we don't have a back logo. Same deal with the front logo. Control A, Control C, and Control V. You want to copy and paste it, select it to a visible color, and you know, same story with this webbing, with this web line. You know, to make life much more easier, you want to open the bump map with GIMP. Control A, Control C, Control V, resize. Keep in mind this is not the bump map. I'm just, you know, we're just using it as a reference. So you want to go ahead and put it by 1024 by 1024, and that will pretty much resize the bump map to the template. And now you notice there is actually a line there. Let me just turn down the visibility. So that's what I was like mentioning a couple seconds ago. There's like a line here. Anything beyond that line will not render in. So you want to go ahead and turn on the opacity for the back logo. You want to select the back logo, and you want to rotate it first. Set the angle to -87.69, I think. And there we go. Again, selecting the scale tool, resize this, just moving it along the back template. So once you're happy with the placement, I'm going to go ahead and click layer to image size. And because this is the back logo, we're going to have this in a different color. We're going to have it as red. You want to turn off first, you want to turn off the template layer. You want to select the same red that's on the template folder. You want to go on the back layer. You want to click alpha to selection. That will select the back logo. You want to go ahead and open a new tab, new layer titled back logo. You want to turn off the visibility for the original back logo, and pretty much you want to select the new layer, select edit, and select fill with FG color. Make sure the FG color is the same color as the red on the main template, and you want to go ahead and fill it. Select, and select none. And there we pretty much have the front layer done. Now when we come to the arms and legs, there's not really much to do besides, you know, lowering the visibility to the same settings, the webbing, which is 26.3. Now you'll notice that the eye lenses, the default template, I recommend something that will fit within this shape. Make sure that black and white is selected as your foreground color and background color. And what you want to do now is you want to use the original template as a reference. You want to open a new layer titled eye lens. That. Turn this off. Turn the visibility for that off. Select the eye lens template. Fill with foreground color. Make sure it's selected again. Open a new tab. Same name but with W. W means white. And you want to just shrink it to 5. Okay, even more. You guys notice what I'm doing? Instead of individually going in and just, you know, making sure that I get the white right, I just shrink the original size, so that way I get the exact shape and dimensions. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. And basically what you want to do is you want to fill it with the background color, like so. And yeah, there you have his eye. And you know, that's pretty much it for the main template. What you want to do now is you want to go ahead and overwrite that. The folder you saved, you want to go ahead and main game suit. And you want to find the main template. You want to replace it. And you want to export it. Okay, so that's that. Same story with this. You want to export it, find the game suit, and pretty much save it as this. Replace it. There we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to edit these two. So to do that, first all you want to do is you want to save this first. Call it was template main. And now I would save it in the Web of Shadows folder. Same deal with this. Just want to, instead of main, just kind of call arms legs, so that way you don't get the two confused. And you want to save it like that. And what you want to do now is you want to open those two folders again. Now you'll notice I have the same thing opened twice. This is because we're going to change the colors on this template. You're going to need the main texture at 512, 512. So you're going to resize the second image. Go ahead and go scale image and basically set the width and height to 512 by 512. Give it a second and that's it. Now what you want to do now is you want to remember the colors or the settings you've used in the colorize and hue tabs and apply the same thing to the arms and legs. For the blue area, I recommend using the hue and saturation settings and basically just turning up the brightness just a little bit using the wheel on the mouse. Yeah, I think 10 looks pretty good. And you just want to apply like 10 lightness. That's a preset that the most recent preset is the one you've used, and just like apply it to every layer like so. So like the eyes, the front and back logos, especially the front and back logos. So this will be lighter. Now since this is the front logo, you want to go ahead and just give it a little more lightness, like just like that. Trust me, it's going to look good. And last but not least, we have the back logo. Because the last preset was this, brightness, that isn't consistent with the previous ones. So you're gonna go ahead and select the second preset. There we go. All right, arms and legs, very simple, just 2 layers, just like that. There we go. And once you've done that, you want to save this as texture. So same name, just add texture at the end, so you make sure that you don't confuse the two. And just save it. Same deal with this. Oh no, you don't want to export, you want to save it. Texture. Just add texture at the end of the name. There we go. So go and export as main game suit, and you want to find the second main layer. That's this. And you want to just replace it. Same deal with the arms and legs. You want to go in and just replace it. Just like so. Now what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need the bumper map. So to do that, we just need to open it. So now that I have found the settings for the bump map, what you want to do now is you want to open a new layer titled main. Select the color and just color it like so. Same thing with this. Open main and color it. You'll notice these are a couple of settings I saved. This is very important because if you don't have the right settings, you'll get weird lines along the suit, and you definitely don't want that. This is the setting if you want to make an indent. So if you want something indented in the suit, kind of like the webbing on the Infinity War suit, you want to apply these settings right here. If you want something that stick out like the Raimi webbing, if you want 3D webbing or something like that, these are the settings you want to go for. We're going to go for these settings. So we're going to just close out the outdent. To get started, all you need is guidelines. Okay. So first things first, we want the eyes. Want to save that. Just copy and paste, that's it. So click the white layer, Control C, and then Control V, like so. You want to select this layer and pretty much just delete or clear. And clear this and put this under that, and make this black. I'll demonstrate, I'll show you guys why in a bit. All we need is the front logo, so select the front logo, Control C, Control V, and the back logo, Control C, Control V. Alright, and what you want to do now is you want to select, alright, let's see what the front logo looks like. So using this setting right here, we want to select whatever you're going to apply the emboss effect with. Just pretty much make sure the emboss effect is the same settings as shown. Okay, so you may notice that you have a tough time finding the actual logo. You want to click the compass icon, and as you can see, you can sort of make out where exactly everything is. And there, you know, that's what it looks like. Now you'll notice that the lighting isn't quite right. So when I go back, open this, and make sure the elevation and the depth is particularly elevation is the same thing. Set that to 237.86. This will make it stand out, and the depth that controls, you know, how visible it is. As you can see, you want it nice and smooth, so you want to go for a more consistent looking logo. Go ahead and click OK, and there you go. That's what it looks like. That's what the emboss looks like. Now the game will pick up the logo and it will look nice and smooth. Now because we've applied the emboss effect already, you want to go on filters, reshow emboss, again compass tool, and it will show you what this looks like, and just hit OK, because you don't have to like change the settings. It's already preset. So all you have to do is just filters, reshow, and just hit OK, like that. Now notice how like the eye template, there's nothing here. I'm going to show you guys why I did that. As you can see, and not only is picking up the outside but the inside as well. So that way, you know, you can set the depth. I usually set it to that, and that's pretty much it. Now when you're happy, I think we're pretty much done. You know, when you're happy with, you know, how everything turned out, you want to hit Control M. This will merge everything together, and set the opacity settings to 50, like so. And you want to just override the emboss. As you can see, I've already overridden it, but you want to basically just go select, export as, and just select the main template texture for the bump map, and just export it like that. Now because we don't have anything to copy and paste over to, you know, if you find yourself in a situation where you don't have anything to copy and paste with, you just set the thing to 50 and just override it pretty much. So find the arms and legs bump map and just replace it. There you go. Now I highly recommend saving the bump map for future reference, and I also highly recommend saving these settings, so you don't have to go through the hassle of, you know, trying to find a setting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. So again, new layer, main. What I do is I just copy and paste the logo. And yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and export as, find the HUD icon, export and replace, and export like so. If you don't have anything, if you don't have anything to put here, then you just delete the texture like so. Now we're just up to the health bar. You want to go ahead and go the power meter. So, but once you've done that, once you've changed the color of Spidey's health bar and power meter, you want to just override that texture as well. Export as and replace, and there you go. So wait, let me see. So yep, we pretty much replaced every single texture. Now all we need to do now is we need to build it. So you want to go back to Texmod. Yeah, do not close Texmod in the process, just leave it like running in the background. Go to package build. You want to find this notepad text document and select that. So yeah, you want to go ahead and select that. So go in the Spider-Man Web of Shadows folder you've created, main game suit, and just select the text document. Alright, now enter your name and just like a comment, like a description, so you don't confuse it with other suits, and build it and select the destination and save. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to go ahead and click the folder icon. So you want to select the most recent option you have. That's this, and you want to select it again by just clicking on it. And once you have done that, you want to click run, and I'll see you in game. You have entered in game. As you can see, we've done it. This is what the suit looks like. You notice how the logo reflects off the light. That's the bump map. That's because of the bump map. Let's see the back logo. Yep, that's looking actually pretty good. And let me just get a close look of the logo. Yep. So you'll notice that the placement isn't too great, but yeah, it's okay. This is for a tutorial, so you guys will have plenty of time to sort of perfect these methods. Okay, so now we're back to where we started. Now to save the textures for the black suit, what we need to do is you will have to select the black suit folder and just click run. Now the reason I have created two separate folders in that one folder is because some people might not want to change the black suit. That really depends on you. If you want the black suit and the main game suit to be one in one template Texmod file, then just create one folder and save all the textures in that folder and use the steps that I have shown you for later stages. But yeah, so once you have selected the black suit folder, you want to go ahead and click run, and I'll see you guys very shortly in game. Okay, so once we're in game, same exact thing, except you want to change to the black suit and you want to find those textures now. Okay, so using the hotkey you have selected for the Texmod, F11, save that. Remember that's in the black suit folder we created earlier. Okay, this is the let's reposition the camera. Alright, this is the template for the main texture for the black suit, F11. I'm going to select F11 to save it. This is the second layer. I want to save that. The bump map for the arms and legs, and this is his arms and legs. Save that. And the second layer for the arms and legs, as well as the bump map for the the main arms and the main chest and head area. So once we have that, you want to exit out of the game. Okay, so these are the templates for the black suit. Same exact story. Instead of I've already explained why everything is, so instead of me explaining, I'll just work through. The black suit is pretty simple. The arms and legs. Now you guys have been saying, oh why hasn't Spidey Bugle sort of edited the arms and legs. That's because the actual wait, I didn't want to open paint. The actual template for the arms and legs are way too small. Alright, so the actual resolution or the actual dimensions are 128 by 128. Alright, I'll show you guys what 128 by 128 looks like. Alright, let me just zoom in. Yeah. I mean, all right. Let me just show you what the emboss on the webbing looks like. Like, it's not even picking up; it's just changing the color. So I hope you guys can sort of see, you know, why it's difficult, and why I haven't figured out a way to sort of incorporate the arms and the designs on the arms and legs on the black suit. Yeah, but yeah, going back to the black suit, you want to open main, and you want to just create a color you'd like. I prefer going for this color, like this. Now, to change the logos, I'm not going to do anything too major. I'm just going to copy and paste this logo. Wait, where are you? Okay. Control C. Oh, don't forget the grid lines are very important, so make sure you apply the grid lines like that. So Control V. Alright, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. That'll paste it over. And you want to have this. Basically, you want to have it as the same color as this right here. So make it 10 down saturation. Make it like that. It's pretty good. And you want to select that color, like so. And what you want to do now is using the emboss map or the bump map. You want to basically use it as a guide, kind of like how we did with the first game suit. Open it, Control C, and then Control V here, and turn down the opacity, and you can pretty much see, you know, how everything lines up and where everything is. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to change the eyes, or the eye lenses. Give it that classic look where it has the huge black suit eyes. Okay, and let's selecting the same color as the front logo. You want to fill with FG color, and it's not perfect, but let me see if I can make it better. And yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. Yep, I'd say it looks pretty good. Now, this is gonna move a little upwards, so you might want to just move it down a bit, like that. There we go. You want to get rid of this. Wait, not this. Yep, the top part of the logo, because that's part of the back of that's part of this. So you want to just get rid of the top logo, and grab the hand icon and just colorize it. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's the main template done. What we're going to do is you want to save it. Black suit main was, and once you've saved it, you can now export it and just find the main template. There we go. That's it, and replace it. Alright, now for the arms and legs, you just want to select this color, fill with FG color, and just export it. That's all you need to do. Yeah, for the arms and legs, they're single colors. Open it again, and change the colors. This will be the texture. Exact same deal with the main red and blue suit, and just change the lightness. Now I recommend turning up the brightness or making the white areas, the gray areas, full white. Okay, this is the texture. You want to save it as texture. There we go. Find this spot texture and save it. There we go. Go back to the black suit folder and find the purple template. You want to select the black on the texture, and you pretty much want to fill that black with the foreground color, and find the template and export it. Open main, and exact same thing. Because this is the arms and legs and we have no texture, we can go ahead and do that first. Save it as, set it to 50 transparency or opacity, and just export it. Same thing. Let's see. Alright. So select the eyes, open filters, distorts, emboss. Said okay, so it's already set, so all we have to do is just find it using the compass tool. Yeah, just want to find it and just set the emboss effects. Same with the eye, repeat. Oops, merge everything together and set the opacity settings to 50. There we go. Now you override the main texture. Once you've done that, I think we saved everything. You want to go to the folder, the black suit folder, and select the Texmod text file. You want to build it and you want to save it. With the tutorial suit, you want to open the black suit. We haven't registered the black suit for this tutorial suit, so you want to go ahead and do that. And yeah, once you've done that, you want to go ahead and click run, and I'll see you guys in game. There we go. And there you go. That's what the front logo looks like. I hope you guys did enjoy the tutorial. This was how to edit the very own Spider-Man Web of Shadows suit mod, both the main suit and the black suit. Subscribe if you're new. I do suit mods almost every week, and yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have a nice day.